Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Toxicity and welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leaks video. Today we're finally touching on the DLC. I've recently finished the game and I've been looking into some information on what the DLC could have, and Centro Leaks, the leaks page on Twitter that I've got all my information on previously, is back. They've finally been unbanned after being banned from all their leaks that they did during the mainline story, but now they're targeting the DLC. So in this video there may be potential spoilers, but there's going to be a lot of discussion. So if you guys want to stay around, stick around. Let me know your ideas down below of what could be in the DLC and what we can expect moving forward. I'm kind of going to talk for a little bit here, but feel free to correct me in the comments below. But I believe the DLC is going to uncover the third legendary Pokemon. Now, this has already been semi-confirmed, and there's also going to be more Paradox Pokemon, like the Suicune, Raikou, and Entei are apparently meant to be a blend in a Paradox, and then the Swords of Justice from Generation 5 are also meant to be another Paradox Pokemon. But the top right corner of the map right now is blocked off, so you can't get up there. There are a couple of people that have gone under the map to try and explore these areas, and nothing's really been uncovered so far, but the speculation is these areas are going to be Kalos. Now, I don't think we're going to lead straight into Kalos. I think there's going to be an area in there maybe before Kalos, in between the two regions. But if you look at the maps in Arvin's room, and also consider the fact where these regions are actually placed on a real world map, it definitely seems like there's connection there, but I don't think we're going to be wasting Generation 6 as an exclusive DLC to Scarlet and Violet. I think those games are coming on their own. But in the top right corner of the map, as I said, you can't actually get into this area. And there's also 3 trainers in this area that have the 3 dragon type Pokemon from Kalos region, which is really, really interesting. One has a Noivern, one has a Gudra, and the other one has a Dragalge, which is really interesting. This is like an area that's right near the blocked off area, and you can actually battle them. And I think that's a little bit of a tease, a little bit of an Easter egg, but these Pokemon might come from that area. But again, I don't think we're going to actually have a Kalos region available. I'm hoping we get an exclusive like remakes of those games for the Switch, but who knows what Game Freak are really planning. So as I mentioned earlier, Centro Leaks are back, and they posted this first image here. The DLC will focus on, and there's Gita, another professor, Heath, or a new character. Now, all 4 of these answers are really interesting because Gita did seem a little bit suspicious and a little bit off as a champion. I've also made a video on her that's going to come to the channel soon. Another professor would be interesting. You could see a Paradox professor, maybe someone from the past that got stuck in the Paradox and is now coming back. Heath is a character. I'm going to pop the image up on screen here. He is the author of the Scarlet book, which is really interesting. He has a partner, Cyclizar, which is really, really cool to know because there's rumors that Cyclizar could have been a pre-form of Koraidon or Miraidon. So Heath is a very interesting character. And then they have here a new character. But I don't think we're going to touch on a new character because there's a lot of story there for these other 3. And I think there's a lot of room to touch on and expand on. If you just played through the game and don't know who Heath is, that's completely understandable. I don't know who Heath is. I didn't read these books. I've just been kind of getting all my information online. I played through the games, but Area 0 I kind of breezed through and just went down there for the cool Pokemon. But Heath does seem like a very interesting character. If he went down to Area 0 and went on the expedition, there's no doubt that he might have come across the 3rd legendary Pokemon. Maybe the 3rd legendary Pokemon is going to be an even bigger form of Cyclizar. I could see this really happening, and Heath being a really impactful character, and us having to take down a super boss, a super form of Cyclizar that maybe has a very interesting Terra type. But the Terra type is also something that people have been touching on Reddit. They say that they see a face in the crystals above your Pokemon when you do Terastallize, and they're speculating that these could be the hidden legendary Pokemon that maybe controls the Terra or draws power from the Terra. Because when you kill a Pokemon or you run away from a battle once you finish the Terra battles, it does say they disappeared down into a den. Now, where is this den leading to? Maybe the 3rd legendary Pokemon. Who knows? I am a massive, massive Generation 6 fanboy, but I really would be disappointed if they threw Generation 6 in with Scarlet and Violet. Now, Scarlet and Violet were great games, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Generation 6 does deserve its own remake in the Switch console. And I really would be disappointed if they just threw it in here and just let us explore that region, because I want the fresh experience of going back to Generation 6, one of my favorite generations, and playing through it fully without just going in there just for a DLC. Because the DLC, people don't really focus on DLCs too much. I mean, I didn't focus on DLCs during Sword and Shield. I know a lot of people did, but personally, I just feel like a Generation 6 remake is definitely deserved, and I would love to see that. Again, I'm going to be covering all the leaks that come from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the DLC. So if you guys have any speculation you want to touch on, drop it down in the comments below. If you have any further evidence, hit me up on Discord. I'll happily discuss the evidence with you, maybe make a video out of it, give you a shout out. But I'm really interested in this DLC. I'm hoping it expands on the game a little bit, gives a little bit more of a light to the story, because the story was really good. I really enjoyed it, but this could be even better. Let me know what character you're super suspicious of as well. I feel like Gita does have a further story and a further part to play, but Heath just seems like the logical choice here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.